Hello, friends. I am so tired. It is currently 5:42 in the morning, and we've just arrived to our hotel in Egypt. And I gotta say, every time I fly international, I learn more and more things about the places that I go and the places that I fly into and about people. And it's fun, but it's also challenging to do in the wee hours of the morning in a new place. And I just got off the phone with Adam, and it was 7 o'clock his time. So technically my energy level feels pretty good right now because I should feel awake right now. I tried to sleep a little bit on the plane, but not too much. I think something I've learned too from my boss who's flown internationally lots of times is you try to get on their time zone as fast as possible. So can't wait to show you guys around tomorrow. We have a pretty light schedule tomorrow, honestly. Tomorrow we're going to be recording at the local seminary where we were at last year. And this is really fun because I didn't record a vlog last year. Thailand was my first vlog, and so I'm excited to bring the vlog camera along to the activities that we get to do in Egypt and Kenya. Luckily, breakfast is until 11, so we're gonna meet downstairs at 10:15 tomorrow morning. I feel like I can get some good sleep in, which is good. Take a nice warm shower, and I will do a lovely Egypt tour tomorrow, and we'll do more then. So see you guys all in the morning. Good morning, everyone. My bed is messier. I feel like I'm more tired than last night, and I'm ready for the first day. We were supposed to meet downstairs for breakfast at 10:15, and I already did my first rookie move of this trip, which was sleeping in. That was an unfortunate mistake. Just wanted to say good morning to everyone, show you my fit. It's gonna be a nice 97 degrees today in Egypt. So yeah, we're wearing the comfy cool fit. I did want to give you guys a quick look outside because I haven't shown you the view from my room yet. So here's the view. That's the Nile River down there. I have no idea what they're doing down there, but they're building something. And then there's the city over there. I love being near the Nile River. We weren't planning to be that close this year, but we have meetings that we need to do that are close to this area. So I will check in again after the meeting is done and probably have to do some work today. Unfortunately, I have to get a video done for a deadline at work back home. I was thinking maybe I'd go to the gym later, depending on how much energy I have. If I don't have that much energy, maybe I would just go sit by the pool, do some laps, and still be able to get some exercise in. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm just going to say that I'm really proud of myself because this year in Thailand, I think I forgot to talk to the camera until it was like every other day. I'd be like, oh shoot, I need to say what I was up to today. So I'm proud of myself because I remembered today I need to sit down at the end of the day and talk about what I did. It's Wednesday. I am currently looking at the coolest view. This is a view of the Nile River at night. So gorgeous. I showed you what it looked like this morning. Those down there are little river boats. There's like music, and I think sometimes they feed you on the boat, but they're way down there, little lit up boats. When we were at our hotel last year at night, we'd go sit by the pool where they were where they were floating by, and we were just like watching people have a good time on the boat. So that's really fun to look down there and see all the little river boats. There are some big river boats down there too that serve dinner. Last year we went on a Nile River boat to eat dinner, and that was really fun. The food was insane. I'll put some pictures of the food up because it was crazy. It was just like boxes, like hot boxes, and then on the top there was just meat steaming, and then there were like dipping sauces and breads and vegetables. It was crazy. Today was really good. It was a nice, I think, chill day into the start. This morning, I think my brain is already fried. I think I told you all that I slept in past my alarm. Whoopsie. Didn't eat any breakfast. I was going to set my alarm for 10:15 so I could wake up and go to breakfast because that's when everyone was going to go to breakfast. And so I set my alarm, and I'm a person who sets like a 5-minute alarm after my first one because I will be that person to like think I'm getting more sleep after 5 minutes. So I set one alarm, but last night at 5 a.m., mind you, and I'm like delusional. I was like, oh, I won't need a second alarm. I'll get up because it's breakfast and whatever. So I didn't set a second alarm, but this morning me forgot about that. And so I slept past my alarm, woke up to like the shrill sound of the room phone ringing. I'm like, who is calling me? And so I'm like, oh crap, because I forgot. It was like after I had woken up the first time. I've had those several moments where you wake up and you realize you're like late for work or late for a meeting or whatever, and it's like 2 hours past the time you were supposed to get up. It was my boss calling my room to get me up because he didn't see me at breakfast. We made it. We were on time. It's fine. We'll go to breakfast tomorrow. I heard that there was really good pastries down there, so I'm excited for that. We had a really good meeting with the local seminary. I got to meet some of the people last year. They're so nice. Justin and Mike did some podcast interviews for the seminary, so that was really cool to watch them do that. I recorded those podcasts so that we could have the content if we wanted to put it up on our site. And then after that, we went to Granita, which is a little restaurant that's on the property of the seminary. We ate there almost every day last year when we were in Egypt, and we just had drinks. They were meeting with another person that they know in the Reformed world. And it's kind of funny going on these trips because my boss and Mike and Justin, they know these people and they're friends, like longtime friends, but I don't know them. And so I'm kind of just listening and learning, and I'm also not from the Reformed world, so they're saying all these things that I'm like, I don't know what any of this means. And so I just kind of sit there and listen. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's like, you know, you're like waiting for your mom and dad to finish talking to someone they know at the grocery store or like church, especially when I'm like running on tired. It's kind of hard to be like engaged in the conversation sometimes. And so we were at a hotel that I was able to walk to last year because it was close to the seminary. And if you don't know me, I need a sweet treat after every meal. I'm one of those people, and I hadn't had a single sweet treat the whole time we were here in Egypt last year. And so I think I just decided last year to walk to the hotel to see if they had like a bakery or something, and lo and behold, they had this bakery in the hotel, and I had the best pistachio croissant. It was so good. So this year I'm like, I have to go back to that bakery and get more treats. And they had like Dubai chocolate things, and they had tarts and croissants, cookies. They had a pistachio cookie, and I like got this whole box of treats. I was so excited. I had a raspberry tart in there. I had a Biscoff cookie croissant, a raspberry tart. I was so excited to do like a whole taste test unboxing, but apparently there's a fire in the center of town, and so the whole city's internet is like based in that area, and so since there's a fire, the building is shut down, and so like a lot of the systems that collect pay and stuff are down. So my card got declined like 5 times, and I was gonna pay cash for it, but I didn't want to take money out of the ATM because it's pretty much like when I come to these places, I've learned that if they don't take debit card, like it's not worth getting a bunch of whatever currency you're going to and then not knowing if or how much money you're going to spend, so you end up getting too much currency, and then when you get back to the airport you have to put it back into US dollars, and it's just a lot of work. And sometimes the exchange rate isn't that good either. Like I didn't know what the exchange rate was going to be in the hotel. So my boss too, he was going to just give me the Egyptian dollars for it, but he was like, how much is it? And I told him, he was like, oh, I don't have that much. And so I think he told me that the box of sweets was going to be like $30 US. Each thing would have been $10. I'm realizing that now, which sounds crazy, but when you're as desperate as I am to just get one sweet treat, it starts to feel like it's worth it. And I don't really get like little trinkets anymore because there's nothing really for me to get. We don't do many touristy things. I don't think we'll be doing anything super touristy this time. And so this would have been extra not worth it to exchange any money. So this was going to be like the one thing that I bought and would have enjoyed with my Egyptian dollars. But that was a little bit of a bummer, but I did bring some like snacks because I knew that this might happen. So I'm gonna go enjoy some candy. It's currently like, I think 10 o'clock, and I unfortunately think I have to get some work done. So I'm gonna take a shower because I smell like probably sweat. And tomorrow, I'm hoping that there's some sweet things at breakfast. I was also thinking of looking to see if this hotel had a bakery, but I don't know, maybe I'll look it up on my phone and see. But if the next thing is not me eating sweets, then I gave up on it. But looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day of the conference. We're gonna move over to the seminary, so that will be a good time. Get to see people that I know and meet some new people, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a good day. Hopefully I will get some more sleep than last night, so that'll be really good. I feel really hyper now, probably because it's a normal time back home. Always bring melatonin with you on your global trips so that you can force yourself to go to sleep. Pro tip. All right, well, I will see you all tomorrow, or I'll be eating sweets, so whichever one, it will be great. Good night. Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday morning, and I am just back upstairs from breakfast, which was not too bad, actually. When I travel internationally, I never know what food groups I'm going to be able to get enough of. And if you all know me, you know that I weight train and go to the gym, and so I'm always trying to get enough protein into my diet. And so I'm always like, oh, I wonder what kind of proteins they're gonna have, or like, am I just gonna have to eat carbs because that's the most filling thing other than protein? If there's no good source of protein, I really only can have carbs. So I was like, oh, I hope that I have some good sources of protein. And since we're in Egypt, because it's a Muslim majority country, they don't have any pig products. So like if there's bacon, it's like beef bacon or something like that, which is fine, you know, like it's meat either way. But I just probably wouldn't pick that, honestly. I had like a quiche thingy with some like little, it looked like turkey sausages in it, and then some yogurt. They had some really good yogurt options. I always go for yogurt if I can, because it's a good source of protein and fats, and it's pretty filling. I have yogurt like every morning back home anyways, so I was able to have that. And then, if you guys remember, last night I was talking about the bakery that they were supposedly had, so I went searching for it, and I found it, and I was down there at the time that it was open, but there were no pastries in the counter. I was like, no! And I was even just gonna see if the Starbucks that they had was open. They don't have like ice shake and espresso or like the Frappuccinos. They just had some basic coffee drinks down there, which I already had like a little macchiato drink with breakfast from the machine. And there was no one at the Starbucks booth anyways, so I wouldn't have been able to get it even if I wanted to. And I have another pro tip. If you're traveling internationally and don't know like what kind of coffee or caffeine that you're gonna have options for, I bring like caffeine packs from this energy drink brand that I like, Alani. They have these energy sticks that are like 200 milligrams of caffeine. I put those in my water. That way I get caffeine, but I'm also staying hydrated because it's like forcing me to drink water faster to get more caffeine into my system. So I will have that this morning. I also have Liquid IV, which is the hydration pack brand. They also have hydration packs with caffeine in them now as well. So I do that too. It's always like either or, whichever one. I felt like an Alani pack today. Yesterday I had a Liquid IV pack, and I feel like it hit me like a couple hours later, but that could have just been because it got closer to the time that I'm awake in the States. So I had a very nice view of the Nile River from breakfast. It was stunning, and I was kind of sad because my boss texted me that the gym was awesome, which is so sad because last night I did not get good sleep. I had to work on some work for a while before I went to bed, and so I fell asleep pretty quickly after that. And then a couple hours later at like 2 a.m. I woke up and feeling like kind of rested, and so I'm like, oh, it has to be like 5 a.m. at least, and I look and it's 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh my gosh. So unfortunately did not get that good of sleep because when I woke up at 2, I was kind of just like laying there for a while. I looked at my phone for a second to try to get back to sleep because that's sometimes what I do at home. But even after I was feeling kind of tired again and I tried to close my eyes, like I could not go back to sleep. I kept thinking about random stuff, which is so annoying. I might try to take a melatonin tonight, and not even to just fall asleep, but to help me stay asleep, because sometimes too when you're traveling internationally, it's not whether you will fall asleep, because you probably will. You're probably really tired, but it's more a matter of fact of like, if you're gonna stay asleep when your body feels like it needs to be awake when it's normally not. So that's the hardest part for me. Today's the first day of the conference, so we're gonna head to the seminary where we're gonna set up and have to try to finish some work this morning, unfortunately, before we leave. So I was like, I need to get a head start on breakfast. But yeah, so just gonna finish getting ready for the day and probably see you guys this afternoon or tonight when I give an update about how the day's going so far. Hello, friends. Tad stressful this afternoon. I'm gonna keep setting up as we go, but we are about to start this evening and we are working on setting up the room, which has been proven to be stressful because there's just a lot of people that we work with to try to get things going. And so sometimes things get lost in translation and whatnot. So that's been interesting and fun. Oh dear. That's not good. I stopped the recording because I thought that I didn't have my third camera, which is like crazy because I swore I had it and I did. It was just hiding. And like I said, things get kind of stressful at the last minute because we're trying to organize and set up the room like in the last minute. People are supposed to get over here at 5 and it ended up being like off campus from where we are. So we had to walk over to where we were meeting and rearrange the chairs and set things up, and sometimes there's help, sometimes there's not. So Adam and I had to rush to make sure everything was set up properly. And so now I am hurrying to get my cameras set up and get the programs folded and make sure that everything is proper. I find that I don't normally handle stressful situations well, but for some reason, things like this I do handle well. Like I think it's when other people are stressed and I can tell, I feel like I'm a stronger help. Like I can be the calmer person in that situation, which is really weird. Just kind of trying to be helpful when I can be. The traffic is crazy outside. For any of you who have never been to Egypt before, people drive so crazy. Honking, sirens. There's no lanes. They kind of just go wherever they want to. So that's gonna be fun ambiance as we record. But I'm gonna finish setting up before everyone comes over here and try to get things done. So that was a fun update. Hopefully tonight will go well and I will update you all later. Hello, friends! It is Friday and it's the first full day of the conference and it's been really good so far. We're on our lunch break right now, but as I normally do on days where we have additional interviews that we have to do, I stayed behind to set up the interview, and I normally just like wait for a sign from my boss to be like, lunch is good. We had pasta last night, which was a lovely surprise. We walked into the cafeteria, I'm like, it smells like pasta. And I see this giant plate of spaghetti and I was like, yes, because I will try certain new things. I'm not the best at trying new things, but I was proud of myself this morning because at breakfast there was hard-boiled eggs and this like type of refried beans. I don't like beans, which is so sad for my Hispanic husband. I will eat the beans that his mom makes, that my mother-in-law makes, and I will eat them with a smile because I'm happy to eat things that she makes because she's a very good cook. But if it's to my own free will, I will not choose to eat beans, refried nor whole beans. And so when one of the Egyptian scholars was like, oh, but you must try Egyptian beans, I was like, I'll try a little bit because that's a safe enough food for me to be like, okay, I'll try this. So I tried some and they were different for sure from the refried beans we have at home. I had like 4 hard-boiled eggs because I was like, I need protein and I know this will keep me full until lunch. And like I said, when I stay back and set up for the interviews, I'm not really ever sure whether I'll eat lunch or not. I packed a protein bar so that I could have a snack that will tide me over until dinner. Apparently Fridays are people's days off. Friday is their Sundays. So I don't know if you can hear, I think there's a call to prayer going on right now. So at different times of the day, there will be a call to prayer that's like played throughout the entire city for people to participate in. And so that's really interesting to hear throughout the day. But when we went outside, the streets were like empty. Like there was no one driving, which is shocking. And there's no like cars honking either, because I'm sure if we walked outside right now, there would be like only a few people driving. It's their rest day, so they don't go to work. They don't really do much. I think they go to their churches at night. But yeah, we're gonna do an interview right now. That's a super easy job for me because I just set up my cameras, get them in a good spot, and then kind of just monitor them. So that'll be fun. And then we have 2 more paper presentations, and then their Q&A, dinner, and then sleep. Tomorrow morning we have 2 more presentations. Then we will be going to a really big church in Egypt where we will have a seminar with a ministry that we work with here at Theo Global, where Mike will do a talk, and then someone will translate for him to people who want to come and listen to it. So I did that last year, and that was a really cool experience. This year will also be really fun. So we're going to do that before we move on to our hotel. Sunday will be a rest day before we go on to Kenya. So we'll talk next time. Not sure when that will be, but I've just been proud of myself that I've talked like pretty frequently so far. I've been able to give an update. So that's been really fun, and looking forward to next time. Guys, I'm sweating, but we just got into our room. It took a while, but that's okay. Anyways, I was just about to open my curtains. Whoa, close-up shot. It's so pretty. This hotel is very pretty. It's near the airport, but guys, look at this. Look at, I hope that you'll be able to see them. Oh no, okay. So down there, there's peacocks, and there's baby peacocks down there. Hens. Oh my gosh. Anyways, we're at the hotel. I'm tired. Oh, this bed is very squishy. I said I'm tired, but I feel like I'm not that tired, which is good. I'm definitely gonna take a shower. As you can see, my slick back hair means I wasn't gonna do bangs because they were gonna just make me upset. So part of me kind of wants to actually keep this slick back hair until tonight, because I'm going to be working. Like, we have one more recording to do before tonight. I think what I'm going to do, because we have to leave in a couple hours, I think I'm going to repack my luggage, because we're going to be leaving tomorrow night on a red eye. And so part of me thinks I should move around my luggage. I have some like laundry in my check bag that has like books and stuff in it, but I don't want that one to get lost, because I have all my outfits in there that are not casual that I need to wash once we get to Kenya. So part of me is like, maybe I should just take that out of my bag, because if it got lost, that would not be fun. But this was the final day of the conference. It was great, very sweet. I love seeing my friends that I now know every year. I'm grateful that I get to experience the culture of the place that I get to go, because I think a lot of people, when I tell them that I travel for work, they're like, oh, that must be so fun. Like, is it like a vacation, or do you feel like you're working? And I really do feel like it's both. It's less like culture shock, especially now. This is the second time I've been in Egypt. Like, I think the first time I was here, the thing that shocked me the most was the driving style. Like, it's very aggressive, and even like the culture too, it's very kind of pushy. Even going from here to Chiang Mai, Thailand, for example, where it's very shame culture, and even during the symposiums where like no one wants to offend each other, so they won't really ask questions. And here we had to literally cut people off from asking questions because they were, you know, challenging each other and commenting on the papers, which is a good thing. I thought it was really interesting. But just like all the things that I've been learning about different cultures and, you know, personalities has been really interesting. So I think I've talked myself into waiting to shower, because my makeup still looks pretty good and my hair is still slicked back. I might fix it a little bit, but might as well shower right before bed, because I know I'm gonna sweat again after carrying my giant backpack over there. Look at her. This has been a very good posture corrector, because it literally like forces my shoulders back so hard. Anyways, I'm thankful. I'm happy to be here for a night before we fly again, and we may be going straight to the seminary. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to a hotel first. I will take some video tonight at the conference if I can, or at the seminar. I did talk to one of the women who presented a paper. She is going to be on my podcast. And next week in Kenya, I'll be talking to a woman who works with ACT, which is an organization that we've worked with in the past at work. And I'm very excited to get to record a podcast with her, and now record a podcast with a woman who presented a paper. And So that will be in the next season, which will be like a global themed season. And I'm very excited for that. More Precious Than Rubies. If you didn't know, I have a podcast. I'll link it in the description in case you're interested in listening. But yeah, I'm excited, and it was a good day, and it will be a good rest of the day. I will check in with you all next time. Guys, I'm freaking out. You'll see in a second why. First of all, I'd like to give an update on my day. Today was actually amazing and beautiful and awesome. Last night was fun, long day for sure. We had the final day of the conference. Then we got here to our hotel. Yay! I showed you around a little bit. And then we went to the Al Sura conference. I'll put some B-roll in so you can see what it was like. It started at 7. Mind you, we'd been going since 7 a.m. It had already been a long day, and that's when the seminar was going to start. And it was supposed to be like an hour and a half. And you could tell kind of like everyone has been getting tired. So I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. And I was recording it, and then they were going to take us to dinner after. So we knew it was going to be a long day. And so the seminar finished at like 9 p.m. and we got a ride from someone who is here in Egypt that's familiar with the seminar. And so we went with them, and we were going to wait for them to take us to dinner. And so we were just like waiting around because they had to pack things up and all this other stuff. So we were kind of just waiting. I'm pretty sure we didn't leave the church until like 9:30, 9:45, something like that. And if I didn't tell you all already, Egyptians are late nighters. Like they will stay up until 1 or 2 in the morning because it's cooler at that time of the day. So yes, we finally got to the restaurant. It was called The Grill, and you'd think like, oh, barbecue, that sounds really good. It was definitely meat. Here in Egypt, it's a lot of meat, which is interesting because I think I had said this a couple days ago. There's no pork here, so it's a lot of beef. It's a lot of cow meat. Like they'll literally find any way to get cow meat into their diet. Like I told you guys the other day, I don't try many foods that are scary, and I don't like chicken because it's fatty, and chicken skin is like my worst nightmare. One of the wives was like, oh, you have to try these things called trotters. And I'm like, okay, already sounds suspicious. And I was like, what are those? And she was like, they're cow legs. So literally, that's just trotters. Like it's literally like leg trotters. And so I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna try that. And it came out, and it was, when I tell you, it was all like fat. Like she was like, oh, it's kind of fatty. It came out, it was all fat, like jiggly. But your girl tried like I tried a tiny piece, I will say. I didn't try that big of a piece, but I tried it. I had some other delicious Egyptian food. Their bread here is so good. Like naan is next level, and pita bread, oh my gosh. It's just incredible here. So soft, so good. We had some rice with some minced beef. Yes, lots of other good things. I will probably have put a video of all the food spread so you can see. So it was delicious, but we didn't get here until I think I got into bed at 1 a.m., which was crazy because I had like kind of a lot of energy before we got back, so I don't know how I did that. Woke up at, I think I set my alarm for 8, and so I could get some breakfast and kind of see how much energy I had to do stuff today, because today was our free day before we go to Kenya. I got up at 8, I got breakfast, and then I went back to the room. I offloaded some footage from the seminar so I would know that it's safe on a hard drive. And then I got dressed for the gym. Yes, I went to the gym. I'm very proud of myself because I woke up this morning very tired. I drank some caffeine. Again, those caffeine packs will save you if you travel like internationally, because you never know. You can't have ice, so you can't have iced coffee. And so if you're in Egypt, like you only have hot coffee options. And mind you, like I'm in an air-conditioned place, so I had a latte this morning and it really wasn't bad. I had a caffeine pack just to give me an extra boost. The gym was really nice. It was empty when I was there, as you can see, and I will put proof here of me working out. And I did shoulders today, and I also had a dance party when I was in the gym by myself. A couple people came in, so I would have been embarrassed to do it then, but I did have a little dance party by myself because you're never alone in the gym. At least I'm not. What I really wanted to do today was go to the gym and go to the pool because it was actually a beautiful day, like sunny, hot. I like being hot. when I am outside. Like, I don't mind it if there's a pool or like shade nearby. And then I was like, I can get a tan on, I can go in the pool. And so I brought my bathing suit with me to the gym so that I could change into it and go into the pool after, because they were like right outside. And so I went to the gym for an hour, and then I went to the pool for another hour. Oh my gosh, it was so lovely. The pool, I had it all to myself, like literally all to myself. No one was in the pool. And you'll see me swimming in a little, this is a different pool than the one I went in. This is a kiddie pool that was near my chair. You'll also see a lovely clip of me in the beginning falling down because the pool was very slippery on the tile floor. And then I came back, took a wonderful shower. Now, for the moment you have all been waiting for, I have something special to show you all. Dun, 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 dun. I found desserts, you guys. Oh my gosh. These are stunning. Like, actually, okay, I'm gonna give you a tour before I eat them. This is the Egyptian treats that the lady suggested that are her favorite. I'm pretty sure the one on the left is baklava. I love, like, when I tell you I love baklava, it's probably one of my favorite treats. I think the thing on the right is like a candy. I don't know, but they like making sesame things here, like sesame with sugar. And I'm also obsessed with macarons, so I got 2 of these, probably vanilla bean and strawberry or raspberry is my guess. And then these are the main event. Oh my gosh. I'm drooling right now. The tart on the left, mango pistachio, and then in the one on the right is a fruit tart. The fruits that are popular here seems to be figs and plums and mangoes. And it has all of those things on it, and I'm so excited to eat these. And I'm not gonna eat all of it because I wanna try to call Adam and see if I can try them on camera with him too. Yeah, I think this is like a sesame treat. Oh my gosh. Is it gonna focus? There we go. Oh, so it's very gooey. It's literally falling apart. I don't know what it tastes like, but it's kind of like the texture in baklava. Kind of grainy, which is why I'm thinking it's sesame. It's not like insanely sweet either. Here's the baklava. Can't tell if it's focusing. Yup. Oh my gosh. Stop it. I could eat so much baklava. Very good. Okay, time to find out what flavor this macaron is. It kind of got smushed. Strawberry, for sure. It tastes like something very familiar, but I can't place it. Kind of like that's what it is. It's like those popsicles or the ice cream bars that have the strawberry shortcake pieces on it. That's what it tastes like, but in macaron form. Very yummy. This is probably vanilla. Crunchy shell. Oh, with the yummy center. Oh yeah. Delicious. Okay, guys, listen. Can you see her? Oh, stop right now. Okay, I'm gonna freak out. I'm definitely gonna lean over this. Where should I take the bite from? I'm gonna take the bite from the fig side. Oh my gosh. Oh, the figs are so good. Oh, there's like a cream in the middle. My hands are gonna get messy. It's fine. Fig and pineapple and pear and apple and mango and grape. And a kiwi that fell down. Oh, and a kiwi that fell down. Okay, this is the one I'm freaking out for. I love mangoes so much. It's dripping. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? Guys, you don't understand. I wasn't sad. I just needed a sweet treat. Oh my gosh. If you know me, you know that sweet treats fix lots of things in my life. Oh my gosh. The mangoes are so good. Okay, I'm gonna try the rest with Adam. This was the best day ever. So relaxing, needed for sure. It's been a good day. It's been a good week. I'm excited. Might take a nap. I'm supposed to be downstairs at 6, so I gotta pack up. But I will see you guys in the next one in Kenya. Thank you for coming along to my taste test. You all got to experience my joy of eating sweets because it gives me a lot of joy. So thank you again for letting me do that. That was very fun and delicious. And I'm gonna go eat the rest of them now. Hello friends, happy Monday. Girl, it's been a day. We're in Kenya, thank goodness, because the temperature is so much nicer. I just wanted to show you all my view outside. That is the Nairobi National Park over there. Don't think we're gonna be able to zoom in far enough, but in between those little light poles, there are giraffes over there, which is so fun. We stayed with a park view last year. We had like our last day in Kenya. We got to stay at a hotel next to this one actually, and we got to see animals. Actually, I don't remember if we saw like animals from our room. We were staying at a park view room, but I would like stare outside every day. But there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 giraffes out there. They're just walking around For those of you who don't know, the animals in the Nairobi National Park are wild animals. Like, they hunt their prey out there in the park. We did a safari last year and it was a blast. It was so fun and such a blessing. This year we did not do that. Last year I literally stayed up 24 hours last year coming from Egypt to Kenya because our flight got delayed, and so we went straight to our safari from the flight, and that was rough. So we did the same thing yesterday. So we came in from, I need to start getting ready for dinner. We came in from Egypt to Kenya, in the middle of the night, because apparently they only offer red-eye flights. There's like only one airline that really does flights from Egypt to Kenya, and so they've just decided that they want to do red-eye flights for that. Last year was interesting because we had a girl that was on board that was seemed like she was having like a mental breakdown, literally, or like a mental health crisis. Like, she ran onto the tarmac and it was crazy. And there's been studies shown that overnight flights just kind of aren't good for people's brains and health, because you're probably already not sleeping a lot and your sleep is getting disrupted even more than it's used to. We've stayed up past midnight a couple of days already on this trip, but to be flying and putting yourself through a stressful situation like flying, it just messes with you. So that was crazy. Didn't happen this year, thank goodness. But anyways, we actually made it through customs and security very easily this year. Last year, I think, to get through the customs line, it took us an hour or more, and just standing in a line. And this year it took us 5 minutes. Thank the Lord, seriously, because that's the one thing that you get off your flight and it's 5 a.m. and you've stayed up pretty much all night and you're just so I was glad that was fast. But we get to the hotel this morning at 5-6 a.m. and we're talking to them about is there anything we can do to get any rooms early? And hotels, their check-in times generally aren't until later in the afternoon, so we were trying to look into getting some rooms just so that we could relax. I was able to luckily get my own room. Then we were going to move into our other room when it was ready. So I think we ate some breakfast and my tummy was not feeling good because I had these I'm going to start off by saying they were delicious. They were literally a pita quesadilla, a non-bread quesadilla with chili and Indian seasoning. We went to an Indian restaurant. So when I decided on those quesadilla things, I'm my tummy's hurting later, and I'm well, yeah, I ate a crap ton of cheese. So it wasn't surprising that my stomach was hurting that bad. Where's my water? So my tummy was hurting, tired. I didn't feel like eating a lot of breakfast, but I did have some fresh fruit. They have passion fruit here. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So we had a little breakfast, and then I went up to the room, and I think I took a shower, which was nice and well needed for sure. And then I took a nap for probably maybe an hour and a half. Definitely did not make up for the amount of sleep that we lost last night, because I probably only slept 2 hours on the plane total. It was a 4-hour flight, and we didn't sleep well the night before that because we were out late. So I was glad to have a place to rest. And then something I've learned that comes in clutch when you're traveling internationally is if you're going to a nicer hotel at any point, you don't have to overpack because they can do laundry services. So I turned in my clothes for laundry, and luckily they said that they could return it by today, which is really cool. Some places they don't turn it around until the next day. So that's a hack. If you think you're gonna overpack, don't fret. You can take some pieces out. If you can do laundry, I'm gonna wear the same things. You're gonna see me in the same outfits from last week. Nobody at the conference this week is gonna know that I wore it last week, except for people I work with, and if they have a problem with that, then that's on them. My boss, I think, does the same thing. He just packs the same outfits for 2 weeks, so I feel seen in my decision to do that. So the laundry is gonna get done, and tonight we're going to dinner with a person who works at a local seminary. We interviewed him on our podcast last year when we were here in Kenya, and so we're gonna meet up with him for dinner. Adam and I are my boss, which is gonna be fun because I enjoy, if I'm on a work trip and I'm here to work, I also want to be involved in things where I can make connections with the people that we meet with and just do as many fun things as possible because I'm very lucky and privileged to be doing these trips, and so anytime I can be a help or like experience the place that I'm in. So we're gonna go to dinner. I'm not sure where, but it's gonna be fun. Last year we went to this very touristy on a level of cringe dinner place. I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to look back at what the picture was that I took there, but basically it's like a Brazilian steakhouse kind of, where they just cook a lot of meat and they bring it to you. Like they just keep bringing you different types of meat. Like I tried alligator, I tried ostrich, which was wild. First of all, the crocodile actually wasn't that bad. It was kind of chewy, but it didn't taste bad, and I was shocked that I tried that. Anyways, I'm not sure where we're going, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be yummy. I'm hungry now, which is good. Drink lots of water if you have travel tummy, which I do. Like my stomach gets messed up when I travel, so I have to drink lots of water, eat lots of fiber, fruit. It feels better now since I've been hydrating and eating like fruits that I haven't eaten the past couple days. I will update you guys tomorrow. We have another like free rest day tomorrow, thank goodness. So I will catch up on some more rest tonight and get back to you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, oh my gosh, it's Saturday already. I've been terrible. As you can see, I'm at the convent that we've been staying at. It's really pretty around here. The last year we stayed at a convent. It was also super beautiful. The nuns are really good at taking really good care of the property, and it's just so pretty here. As you can see, it's cloudy. It's nice and cool here. Look at the garden. Stunning. I've been running around all day and I'm like so tired, you guys. Hence why I have not recorded in like several days. Ever since we got here, I've just felt so exhausted. It makes sense, you know, we're nearing the end of the trip and we're nearing the end of our ropes. I'm gonna put y'all down for a second because I don't want to walk and hold this so far. We're almost done with the trip. We fly out tonight. We have a red eye, which is just so fun. We have one more White Horse Inn recording that we need to do. We recorded an episode yesterday. That was the second full day of the conference. I think I did a 14-hour day yesterday. Like I said, tired. It's also like so hard because, as I'm sure many of you know, like when you get tired, you start to like just kind of get frustrated, and the people here are so kind, and you know, people are our guests, so we also want to take good care of them, and you don't want to be grumpy to a guest. So it's like you're trying to be patient and work with the exhaustion that you feel. And so that's been interesting to just lean on the Lord to be like, I don't feel like I can be joyful and happy right now because I'm so tired and I want to close my eyes and just like not talk to anybody. So praying for that. And so we did like a Theo Global episode yesterday. We did a White Horse Inn episode yesterday. We're doing a second White Horse Inn episode today. And then I'm doing a podcast episode recording with Flo. And so that will be really fun. I'm so excited that she's willing to do it while we're here. And so season 3 of my podcast will be a global series. So I'm going to be talking to women from around the world or women who have global vocations. And so I'm really excited that I get to record with her. It's going to be really good. I've also been out of breath here. Like everything I do, I'm just out of breath. It's been wonderful, as always. I feel like it's gone by really fast, which is good. I think once I start to get tired and kind of just start going through the motions, it just feels like it starts to go faster. When I have more energy, for some reason, it feels like it takes longer. So it's been good, but I'm very happy to be going home. It was wonderful to see friends again and see people I recognize. And yeah, so the trip has been a blast. If you'd like to learn more about Theo Global or my podcast, I'll have more information in the description for you. Thank you all for watching this vlog. I know it's not very like travel vlog like you may be used to with other vlogs, but I think this is just a fun way to show kind of the behind the scenes of my job and what I do for these conferences. So thank you all for watching. And again, if you want to learn more about Theo Global or my podcast, it'll be in the description, and I'll see you guys on the next trip.